Here comes a new challenger.
All right, both players are ready to go. Time to get hype and make some noise.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. They're at risk of dangerous pressure. Gotta avoid this corner. And the fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Player one, maintaining the corner pressure for some juicy... Looking winded, Burnout changes the game. Sneaks in the throw. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now how are they going to use it? Aims for the ankles. Uses the parry. Player one won out those close scuffles, but what's the plan this next round? They gotta stop the bleeding here before it's too late. You gotta be mindful of reach and jump. Springs forward with the drive rush. What patience to scout out the counterattack. Player two will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Shuts that down with a parry. Barely blocks the jump in. Super arts on deck for both fighters. Looking winded, Burnout changes the game. What a slick combo to take that round. Player one took no time to finish that fight. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Projectile to try to change the situation. Anything that happens early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player two will be in a world of hurt if this drive gauge runs out. Gets down. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner, taking stock. Player two needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Saw that jump in from a mile away and parries it perfectly. All right, what's coming next? Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. They gotta watch out. Both players with no drive in the tank. Dashes forward. Very solid corner switch. Life lead opens up. Throws them to start the corner pressure. Player one chases them down. This is a critical point of the round where they're going for the super hard. Did you hear the roar? Type KO. Player two with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Fireballs right out of the gate. They've piled up the knowledge. Now how are they going to use it? Shoots off, springs forward with the drive rush. Connects with the medium kick. Knockdown and risky up-close grab still going on. Smart play with the throw. Drive rush to keep it going. Will we see a drive impact? That corner's gonna make it hard to get away. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Going in? It's there! Player two may have a well of untapped potential. The ever-crucial opening round saw that jump in from a mile away and parries it perfectly.
Pay attention.
Throw hits. Now it's time for some fun. Tries to get a breather with a projectile. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. You can use a drive rush like that to keep control of the pressure. Downs them. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Evades the grab. Gets the jump in. Gonna spin their gauge on a drive rush here. What a finish. Great life gauge awareness there. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now how are they going to use it? Player one kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Shoots off a fireball up close. Drive rush to keep it going. Avoids a dangerous corner situation. Barely blocks the jump in. Looking for a chance. Dashes forward. They got the leader for a drive impact. Tiger knee to the sternum. Super arch on it, springs forward with the drive rush. Blocks it. Crunchy Tiger knee. What are they doing? Connects with the throw. Drive rush to keep it going. Oh, burnout activated. Taking chunks out of each other here. When you absolutely gotta put them down, use Super to take the round. Pops them like a cork on New Year's with that decisive finish. Player one made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger.
Here comes a new challenger.
Both fighters are ready to get started. I can't wait to see what kind of tricks they have up their sleeves.
All right. Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Blocks the jump in. Checking how their opponent reacts to the fireball. Dangerous range here. If you're careless, any move with long recovery can get jumped in on for good damage. Decides to go with the target combo. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Can't tech the throw. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. They've got the drive rush to keep it going. Blast. Player two needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. They spins the meter on the good heads-up play, going for that combo to do enough damage to finish the round. Player one with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Dashes forward. Did well to get the bump in there. Perfect input, not letting up. Solid combo. Shoots off a fireball up close. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Drive impact could be the end of it. Player two, this is gonna be bad news. Connects with the medium kick. Going in? The spacing is so on point, like brushes that off and keeps going. Oh, here we go. Close range projectile. Connects with the throw. They gotta dig down deep here. This is gonna hurt. You're done. Player one made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Downs him. Tries to turn up the pressure with an overdrive projectile. Fights out of the corner, but not able to relax just yet. This is a real back-and-forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Gets the jump in. Will we see a drive impact? Takes a trip. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Springs forward with the drive rush. Next hit will end the round. Critical point of burnout trigger. Player two is going on the offensive. Sandblast. Each hit is soft. Ooh, burnout activated. Tagged by the fireball. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now how are they going to use it? Oh, what patience to scout out the counterattack. Flash knuckles. That corner's gonna make it hard to get away. Risky up-close scrap still going on. Ooh, connects with the rising uppercut. Rising uppercut. Barely blocks the jump in. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Stand blast. A quick breather. Fire. This can lead to some big damage. Oh my God, we got a stun. Pops off the tank and scores the win. Who would have guessed how that match...
Online. Here comes a new challenger.
Give me that drama. Give me that grime. Y'all ready? It's about to be a grind.
In round one, fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Puts one in the pocket. Denied up top. Downs him. You can use a drive rush like that to keep control of the pressure. Starts with the jump in. Neither of them willing to give up ground here. Knockdown. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. But nice, perfect parry there. What's the next move? Will we see a drive impact? Goes for the jump in. Super art. Oh, the knee press nightmare. Both fighters are just about done. Big meter gap burnout triggered. Fires off the chin to a big dead. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage. Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here? This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Takes a trip. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. The fourth throw in the corner for the pressure. Drive impact could be the end of this. There's an overdrive Shoryu. Shuts that down with a parry. Jumps in. Jumps. Throws no good. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Drive gauge on deck, throws him. Life lead here, but it's still anyone's game. Will we see a drive impact? What'll happen? Just goes for it at this range. Going on the offensive? The overhead denied. Yo, critical art now? This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. That was the heist if I've ever seen one. Player 2 made all the right... Give me that drama. Give me that grime. Y'all ready? It's about to be a grind.
This will be a good fight. Round one, fight.
The fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary. Will the drive rush here open things up for them? Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also diminished. Pops them with the target combo. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Got their eye on the air. Knockdown. From up above. Goes to the overdrive. Life lead opens up. Hits. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now and everything from here on out is so vital. Player 2 going on the offensive. Looking for a chance. Denies the jump. Springs forward with the drive rush. Not much life left. Let the drive use. Ooh, burnout activates. Jumps up. Checks in with the low tiger shot. Throws a fireball. Gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. Hold your breath. Trying to break the ankles. Player 1 KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Go slow with the tiger shot. Zones with the fireball. Zoning with the low tiger shot. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early? Knocked him out of the air. Checks in with the low tiger shot. Looking for a hold. Full forward rush. The low's blocked. Looks like this is gonna hurt. Yo, what's next? Player 2 with the lead anti-air in the clutch. Knee to the grill. With super arts into play, drive rush. Savage Tiger Raid connects. You don't want to see this. Player 1 is flipping this. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Player 2 reads the jump in perfect. And just bets it all on the drive rush. Knocked him out of the air. Player 1 can't let this old drive reversal. Time to test the reactions with Impact Peekaboo. Forward rush. Can you believe it? Putting it all on the line. Super out of nowhere? Because who's gonna expect that? Everybody and their mama heard about that fight. Let them know how you feel. way. Right here, right now, we're in for something special.
Let's get round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Solid anti-air there. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. All right, what's up now? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Starts off zoning with the fireball. Still slugging it out here. Knockdown. Pops him with the target combo. We're near the end of the round. I want to see someone shoot their shot. Come on. Throws a fireball here. Closes out the round with a fireball. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now how are they going to use it? Player one kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they did need it. They gotta stop it. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Opens him up with the throw. Looking winded, Burnout changes the game. Upping the pressure with these baby booms. Player two is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Watching each other carefully. Who will make the first move? Perfect read with the anti-air. Drive impact could be the end of... Oh, stunned off the wall. Oh, what a rush. You're done, kid. I'm disgustified. That's all I can stand, and I can stand no more. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Nice read. Denies them with the somersault kick. Tries to do something new and goes for the fireball. Player two is in a pretty good situation with solid anti-air. Springs forward with the drive rush. Shuts that down with a parry. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. This is the ideal range drive rush to keep it going. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Drive rush. Their drive gauges are burnout, but they might have a plan. Burns out. Both are experiencing burnout. Amazing. Boom. Are we going to see fades out the low kick, reads the throw, and escapes? Uncooked raw soup. So you're just gonna stand there. What now? Time to test the reaction with drives them down and out. Player one was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. They're trading attacks. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Decides to go with the target combo. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be hard to escape. Player one is in burnout, drives off the table. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. They gotta scramble and recover quickly. This range is where it gets interesting. You gotta utilize the reach of your moves to bait out and attack. Shoots off a fireball up close. Did well to get the buff in there. Checks him with the boom. Feeling out the space. Springs forward with the drive rush. Looking winded, burnout changes again. It's there! Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Calls out their shot and responds with authority. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Goes for the super art. Long low attack hits. Can't tech the throw. Risky up-close scrap still going on. Drive rush to keep it going. Player one is holding on to that corner advantage. Knockdown, and player two will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this point. Experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Are we going to go solid puncher? Expect to see some added pressure here. Down and out. Player one gets a clear victory. I know they want to add more W's to that column.
Here comes a new challenger.
This time, the person in the mirror is the opponent, and pride is on the line.
Round one. Fight.
The fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary. Shuts down the air approach. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Will they hit, whiff, charge in? Tricky territory here. Shows the overhead. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. A battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground. Starts with the jump in. All right, what's coming next? Evades the grab. Checks them with the projectile. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Reads their mind and takes the throw. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they could be. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. It's a buff in the meantime. Only 20 more seconds. What's it gonna be? Hits! Player 1 draws first blood and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum? Burns the drive gauge. Player 1 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Fighters continue to check each other in the early going, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. Jumps up. Jumps. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they could be. Lots of life to play with and full SA meters. What will they do? Neither drive rush to keep it going. Shoots off a fireball up close. This range is where it gets interesting. You gotta utilize the reach of your moves to bait out and attack. Trying to read each other here. Springs forward with the drive rush. Into the latter half of the round. Throws them. What's next? Max SA gauges. They both have a chance to score a big payday. Player 2 is holding on to that corner advantage. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. What do they do? Drive rush to keep it going. Throws them. They're willing to risk it for the overdrive. Both by drive rush. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Looking for a hold. Not much, closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Final round. Crowns them from above. A jump. Oh, does them dirty. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Both sides getting ready. Bust out the OD Hado. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Uses the parry so the opponent can't dictate the pace of the round. It just bets it all on the drive rush. Jump. Reverse. Are they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. What a smart throw! The jump in is denied! Drive rush. Throws him. Yo, what's next? Nice fireball. What are they going to do? Forward rush. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super. Crowns them from above. Player one, can you believe it? Putting it all on the line. Perfect damage calculation, no doubt about it. Perfectly planned, perfectly executed. Player one survived that tense mirror match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Zones with the fireball. Both of them are ready for the throw. Drive rush to keep it going. Got their eye on the air. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Great block on that ambiguous cross-up. Down. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Opts for the throw. Player one is mixing it up and has them shaking in the corner. Gonna spin their gauge on a drive rush here. Player one needs to be cautious with drive gauge. Knockdown. Player two is almost KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Checks them with the projectile. Still very early in the round. Who'll gain control of the match in the early going? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Overhead. Drive rush to keep it going. What are they doing? Put some distance between them. Doesn't want to engage. Jumps. Trying to read each other here. They gotta make sure not to splurge with that drive. Springs forward with the drive rush. All right, what's coming next? Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach this situation will be interesting. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Going in? Player one has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Dashes up. Barely blocks the jump in. What are they doing? Player one will look, oh, what a rush! Drive impact could be the end of it. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Still alive? Still alive! Doesn't give up and gets the win with authority. Player one survived that.
Another fight is coming your way.
We got a good match on deck right now, and no one's gonna want to blink once the action gets started.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. We're still early in the round. Will the drive rush here open things up for them? Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? All right, what's coming next? Surprises them with the drive rush. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Player two maintaining the corner pressure for some juicy damage. Where is their opening? Picks up the win with a projectile. Good read.
Round
Player 2 draws first blood and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Springs forward with the drive rush. Some drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. They gotta press here and take. Looking winded, burnout changes the game. This is gonna be bad news. Oh, you never know what can happen here. Connects with the throw. Raw critical art? Yo, what's gonna happen? Spins it all because we all like to enjoy ourselves on the weekend.
Good night. Tell him how you like that.
Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Can they use their resources? Uses their drive gauge. They're in range. We're gonna see a jump in, a dash. Both of them back off. They may be prepping for a final exchange. Lots of distance here. Who's backing down and out? We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Creates distance to try to get a read on the opponent. Player 1 won out those close scuffles, but what's the plan this next round? Still plenty of time left. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. Links it. Player 1 is holding on to that corner advantage. They're in the corner. This may change the... Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. The overhead denied. A jump in burns the gauge to turn up the heat. They switch sides. What a smart throw. Jump. Solid anti-air. Back into the corner. This is critical. They're stunned and they may not have enough life to survive. Oh boy, both running empty on drive. Super out of nowhere? Because who's gonna expect that? Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game. It is not over. They want that run back. How's this going to unfold? The throw connects. Machine gun uppercut rips him. Burns the drive gauge. Okay, both fighters have taken a step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Drive rush to keep the momentum. Gets down. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Throws to get around their defense. All right, what's coming next? Goes for the drive rush there. Gets a buff in the meantime. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Let's off a projectile to waste time. Did well to get the buff in there. Ooh, feints. Drive rush to keep it going. Ooh, wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 1 takes up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage. Takes a chance with a buff. Can't tech the throw. Fight springs forward with the drive rush. Looking winded, burnout changes the game. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Ooh, feints. Big throw. Max SA gauges. They both have a chance to score up drive rush to keep it going. They've got to beat it for a drive impact. Doesn't let him hit there. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Brushes that off and keeps going. Machine gun uppercut. Gets the combo. Back to the goes for the waning move follow-up. Player 1, burn up, but they might have a plan. William putting the cherry on top. And all that juice on the super art. Not shy one bit about it. Player 2 still has a chance, but it's going to be an uphill battle. Nope, stun. You might not want to see this. They're recovered. Throw is denied. What a read. In attack range. A jump in. What are they going to do? You're done. Player one puts a big win on the resume. They should get some extra points for that.
Here comes a new challenger.
Oh, it's a good day for a fight.
Nowhere to run.
This will be a good fight. Round one. Fight.
The fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary. Goes for the throw. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Lots of aggression from both sides. Starts with the jump in. Player one is just about out of drive after that. Opts for the throw. Player one maintaining the corner pressure for some juicy damage. Got their eye on the air. All right, what's coming next? Burnout triggered. Hold your breath. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Drive rush to keep it there. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jumps up. Nails the anti-air. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to fill out the situation. Opens him up with the throw. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player two will look to apply pressure here. This can lead to some big damage. Their will to win is really being tested here. Burnout, but they might have a plan. Okay, here we go. This is gonna hurt. Player passes out the gauge right there. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it.
Such a lovely face.
Nuh-uh, that win wasn't luck. It was 100% planned.
Judy.
Player one made all the right... Both fighters are ready to get started. I can't wait to see what kind of tricks they have up their sleeves.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store. The combo's there. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be hard to escape. Starts with the jump in. Player one is mixing it up and has him shaking in the corner. Gets down. This range is where it gets interesting. You gotta utilize the reach of your moves to bait out and attack. Drive rush gets in their face. Shoots off a fireball up close. Knockdown. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player one picks a good spot to use the super. Steps on him with the knee press nightmare. Player two in trouble with no drive. Closing moments of the round, one hit's gonna do it. Player Player 2 with a big first-round pickup. Can they close it out? Creates distance to try to get a read on the opponent. Connects with the medium kick. Gets the jump in. Still struggling for control of it. Spices things up by adding the super art to the combo. Oh, the knee press nightmare. Can they stay on top of them? A quick breather. This throw is going to leave him wide open. Barely blocks the hooking winded burnout, changes the game. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. The throw connects. Springs forward with the drive rush. Forward rush. KO. Player 2 gets a clear victory. I know they want to add more W's to that column. Oh, we're going to run it back now? This thing ain't over yet. Combo with the target combo. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Checks with the projectile. And the throw hits. Now it's time for some fun. Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. The jump in is denied. Very dangerous range. Can definitely get clipped by something here. Knockdown. Surprises him with the drive rush. Grabs him. Taking stock. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. KO. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Decides to meet them in the air. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Not close enough for the throw. Player 1 needs to be cautious with drive gauge. Super art. Do they have enough drive gauge? Smart play with the throw. What'll happen here? Player 1 is holding on to that corner advantage. Links it. Ooh, burnout activated. Knockdown and... Player 1, what? Anti-air. Back into the corner. But this is critical. They're stunned and they may not have enough down and out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Creates this, crowns them from above. Throws a fireball. Knocked him out of the air. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach this situation will be interesting. And just bets it all on the drive rush. Throws him. Drive rush. Wow. What a defensive display to shut down the counter hard. Putting the cherry on top. It's all that use of the super art. Not shy one bit about it. Player 2 may be able to steal this back if they can land that super art. Jump in, parry. Genius play to escape the throw. Okay, it's working to get out of the corner. A real test of nerves here. Anti-air in the clutch. The clutch throw escape. Presses for a reaction with a fireball. Yo, critical art now? This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Oh no, you can't do that to me, baby. You're gonna give me a freaking heart attack if you keep flexing like that. Player 2 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute... This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Let's get round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Checks with the projectile. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. They hit each other? Both fighters are low on drive gauge. They'll want to tread carefully for this part of the fight. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. They gotta watch out. Taking stock. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Knockdown. Life lead opens up. All right, what's coming next? Ends with the projectile. Player 2 draws first blood and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. It's a good spot to use the super. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Shows the medium kick. Sonic boom. Brushes that off and keeps going. Gotta be careful not to whip this range. Drive rush to keep it going. Going in? Checks him with the boom. Drive impact connects with the throw. Boom! Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Rolls out the Sobot. Life lead here, but it's still anyone's game. Let's lose the... Looking winded, burnout changes the game. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Knockdown and... a jump! Respect my airspace. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Gets the buff in there. Forward rush. Jump. Anti-air in the clutch. Oh, you never know what can happen here. Uses their drive gauge. Player 1 can't use drive anymore. Will this drive gauge get the throw? Connects. Backs into the corner. What setup do they have? This is the time to believe in your abilities. Medium kick. What? In anti-air? Noticeable blocks the low kick. Going in. Connects with the throw. Are you for real? Solid anti-air. Here comes the corner.
Unranked match.
We got a good match on deck right now, and no one's gonna want to blink once the action gets started.
Let's go!
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. We're still early in the round. Plenty of space between the two fighters, but who will decide to close the gap? What are they thinking here?
You're mine!
All that grinding in training mode really paid off. Look at the optimal damage on that combo. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Uses the drive rush to deprive them of their turn. Knockdown. bad throw. Misses! Gonna spin their gauge on a drive rush here. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Drive impact could be the end of this. Player one will have to fight back here without drive rush to keep it going. Closing moments of the round. Springs forward, it's there. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Gets clipped by the anti-air. Lets off a projectile to waste time. Controls the distance with a smart kill rush back. Solid combo. Hustles in. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Sneaks in above. Both fighters have full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Springs forward with the drive rush. Experiencing burnout. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Drive rush to keep it going. Big throw. Connects with the throw. Still struggling for control of the neutral. Yo! Critical art now? A clean KO. Nice meter awareness. Closes it out. Player two gets a clear victory. I know they want to add more W's to that column.
A new warrior has entered the ring!
Got a mirror matchup? And this isn't just about the W. You gotta win it for pride. Do it for yourself.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store. Gets a chance with the jump in. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. There's a wall splat, which leaves them wide open. Player one has been really leaning on that drive gauge. Goes for the low kick. Player one is just about out of drive after that. All that effort, so little payoff. Spices things up, what a finish. Great life gauge awareness there. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage. Impact shut out. Overdrive Hadouken! Player two got completely shut out that round. Can they make a comeback? Drive rush to keep it going. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player one pulled smart play to stop the opponent there. Drive gauge gap here. Player two can't use any drive moves without burning out. Will we see a drive burnout trigger? Player two has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. The low kick hits! Here comes the corner pressure. Are we going to see him come digs in deep to get that drive impact? That combo finishes it! Player one had to fight two